In the previous lesson, I did mention that it's always great to know the cost of services ahead of time. And that means that you want to know the total cost of ownership. How much would it cost me if I provision, let's say, an EC2 instance in North Virginia region, which is an M3 large instance type and has a general purpose provision disk of 500 gigs? Would it not help to know that in advance? In this lesson, we'll get to know about the calculations of total cost of ownership. So let's go ahead and jump in. So what is the total cost of ownership calculator, also called as TCO? The TCO calculator is a free tool that is provided by AWS that allows you to estimate the cost savings of using AWS cloud versus on-premise data center. So if you go ahead and take a look at this particular URL, which is aws.amazon.com/tco-calculator, you'll get to know about the various costs. Well, what you can do is navigate to the TCO calculator section and type in your values here. Now, in this calculator, you can compare the cost against your on-premise infrastructure versus what you have in your co-location data center. What is a co-location data center? A co-location means that you're renting the space with an enterprise, let's say Rackspace or someone else. So you are able to handle your compute, network, storage, everything in their data centers. You just pay a rental fee. Now, the total cost of ownership, as you scroll down a little bit here, you can see that it does a comparison between whatever type of environment you like. Maybe you are hosting a virtual environment or a physical infrastructure. You can type in those numbers here and add multiple rows and columns. And once you're done with this and hit on calculate TCO, it will tell you the cost differences between on-premise infrastructure setup and the cloud in AWS setup. So this just gives us a guidance on cost savings, and the TCO calculator works by inputting the various elements of your current infrastructure and then compare the costs with what we can incur in AWS. With this, you will have a better process to estimate the cost savings. There is another simple calculator that I want to show you. So I'll just go ahead and type AWS space calculator, and then it takes me to calculator.s3 AWS Amazon. And when you get a pop-up like this, you can just click on continue with simple monthly calculator. So what is this? How does it differ from total cost of ownership? Well, this is something that can help you estimate the cost for services on different use cases. So on the right hand side, you got various use cases. How much would it cost if you are hosting let's say a free website on Amazon, or if you're running a marketing website or a media application? These are all sample calculations that have been done for you. So if I click on estimate your monthly bill, it just means that to host a media application, I have to incur about 628 US dollars per month to host a CloudFront service, the data transfer in and out cost, and the support cost as well. Just in case if this doesn't fit the bill, you can go ahead and type in your own services. For example, if you want to host an EC2 instance of, let's say, T3 2x large instance, then it's going to cost you that money. You can go ahead and change these values by just clicking on the settings and then select what you want. And when you do that, the costs are automatically modified here. Okay. So this cost calculator is also a free tool, and you can get the estimates for the services that you want to provision in AWS. So these are more of estimates and forecasts, which will help you gauge what you're going to pay Amazon for and how much. So these are the two services. One is the simple monthly calculator, and other is the total cost of ownership calculator that will help you identify the costs, compare them with on-premise, and also estimate how much are you going to pay Amazon for in case you start spinning up resources in Amazon. Well, that's all for now in this lesson. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next lesson.